Welcome. Today we're doing a deep dive into a question lots of people are asking.
Hmm.
Is silver really poised to become the next gold?
Mm.
Our mission for you today is to sort of unpack the complex relationship between these two precious metals, drawing out the key insights from the material we've looked at.
It's a really fascinating question because, while gold holds this unique, almost timeless role as the world's top monetary asset, the ultimate safe haven,
Right.
what's truly compelling now is how silver's identity seems to be undergoing this fundamental shift. It's
Mm.
becoming, well, a real hybrid metal. Its market dynamics are looking increasingly distinct from
Okay,
gold's.
let's unpack those dynamics then.
Hmm.
Gold status, it's anchored by this huge market cap, right? Like $15 trillion.
Immense, yeah.
And less than 10% of its demand is industrial. Silver, though,
Yeah.
much smaller market, maybe $1.5 trillion, and it's
Yeah.
famously more volatile.
Oh, absolutely. It often amplifies gold's moves, maybe 1.5 to 2.5 times, quite a bit more swingy.
So how do these fundamental differences really shape silver's value proposition compared to gold? What's the story there?
Well, this takes us straight to the gold to silver ratio, the GSR.
Okay.
This ratio, right now it's floating around 90 or 100 to 1, which is historically pretty high.
High compared to what, historically?
Well, compared to, say, the 20th century average, which was more like 47.1, or even ancient Rome, maybe 12.1. So today's level suggests silver might be significantly undervalued compared to those averages.
Interesting.
But there's more to it. There's this powerful new force acting specifically on silver, something gold doesn't really share.
And this is where it gets really interesting for you, the listener,
Mm.
because when we talk silver, many still think, jewelry, coins, maybe some industrial use.
Mm-hmm.
But the research points to this massive shift driven by this incredible surge in demand. What's the biggest driver? Where's it all going?
The biggest thing is this unprecedented and crucially non-discretionary industrial demand boom.
Non-discretionary meaning.
Mm.
They have to use it.
Essentially, yes, for certain applications. Photovoltaic solar energy, that's the fastest growing bit. Projected to grow, 140% between 2016 and 2025.
Wow.
It now accounts for nearly 19% of total silver demand. And what's really counterintuitive is that even the newer, more efficient solar cells, they're actually increasing silver consumption per unit.
Right, I saw that. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, it's clear the whole green energy transition is just massive for silver.
It's huge.
Electric vehicles, for instance, they use substantially more silver, right? Like 25 to 50 grams per EV.
Compared to maybe 15, 28 grams in a standard internal combustion engine car, yeah.
And it's not just EVs. It's 5G infrastructure, it's AI, data centers.
Yeah.
Those need way more silver, too.
Sometimes 2 or 3 times what traditional data centers needed. It really positions silver as a strategic, almost mission-critical material for the 21st century.
Okay, so we've got this absolute exploding essential demand. But demand is only half the story, isn't it?
Exactly.
What about supply? What's
Yeah.
unique about silver mining that makes its supply so tight? What are the sources saying about output?
Well, that surging demand is basically hitting a wall on the supply side, mine output. It's been pretty much flat, stagnant for nearly a decade now.
A decade. Wow.
And here's the crucial part. About 70, maybe 80% of silver isn't mined primarily for silver. It's a byproduct.
A byproduct of mining other metals.
Exactly, like lead or zinc or copper. So its production is largely inelastic to its own price. Higher silver prices don't automatically mean much more silver gets mined.
I see. Because miners are focused on the economics of the primary metal.
Precisely. And this structural issue, it's led to 5 straight years of a structural supply deficit. The market's using more than is being produced.
5 years running.
Yeah, and the cumulative deficit just from 2021 to 2024, it's staggering. Something like 678 million ounces.
Goodness.
And you can see this reflected in the visible above-ground inventories. The stockpiles held in places like the COMEX exchange vaults.
What's happening there?
They've plummeted, down about 70% since their peak in 2020, lowest level since 2010. It definitely signals a really tightening physical market.
So putting this all together, the demand surge, the inelastic supply, the inventory drain, how should you, our listener, think about silver's potential now? What's the core takeaway?
Well, look, the analysis is pretty clear that silver isn't about to, usurp gold's unique monetary role. gold is gold.
Mhm.
But it does present silver as a really compelling case for potential capital appreciation. It's seen as a kind of high beta play.
Meaning more potential upside, but also more risk.
Exactly. A leverage play on this whole green technology revolution, and maybe also a hedge against a long-term currency debasement. Money losing its value over time.
So for investors who have the right risk tolerance and are thinking medium to long term,
For them, silver's unique spot being both industrial and monetary really makes it stand out, a potentially strategic asset, maybe of singular importance for the next decade.
okay, a final thought then for you to mull over. If silver's role in green energy, in AI, in all this advanced tech, is truly essential and non-substitutable, could its actual physical scarcity, the lack of available metal, become an even bigger bottleneck for global progress than just its price? Something to think about.